You know, every time I see IShowSpeed, he be doing like crazy like tours and stuff, bro. And I feel like people don't really give IShowSpeed a lot of credit when it comes to him showing how these other countries like Africa and China have progressed and built themselves in terms of their industrialization. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's really been showing like a lot of the like the real parts of these countries. As Americans, we've always believed that, you know, China is inferior, or people in Africa are savages and they live in teepee huts, you know. And there are things I don't like about IShowSpeed, you know, him falling into like racist stereotypes. But you got to give Speed credit on one thing, you know what I'm saying? He's grown, you know, he's growing, he's learning about different cultures and stuff, and you just got to give that nigga props, bro. You dead ass dude, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, as much as there are things I don't like about Speed, I do think he's funny, and I do think he, you know what I'm saying, he has a lot of influence. And I think him going to these countries really show the truth of how the world is and everything. You know what I'm saying? He's, you know what I'm saying? I just don't like the racist shit that he does, though. But anyways, how IShowSpeed became the propaganda breaker.
There was his 2021 era where he was getting canceled left and right. This
oh yeah, bro.
He blew up completely out of nowhere and had zero filter on his streams.
Hell yeah.
Go make
Dude.
No, you're black.
Bruh, like that shit, like that's the part of IShowSpeed I don't like, bruh. Like, why are you doing that, bro?
The last two people on Earth.
This nigga is too funny on his own to be having to say that shit like that, bro.
Reproduce to make the world continue. Would you reproduce with me?
Yeah, safe to say this was a completely different person to the Speed we know now. You got
oh yeah, this nigga has really grown a lot. Like, you gotta give that nigga credit, though.
To 2023 Speed, where he matured a bit and started doing IRL streams and events, where he was kind of doing anything to push the bounds and get clips, but he wasn't as wild as before.
Yeah. Bro, this nigga is not serious.
And you got what
Bruh, like, he got, nah, bruh.
I would say from 2024 to now, the global known Speed, where he has these massive IRL tours planned and
the biggest problem with IShowSpeed's audience, bro, is that they're super fucking racist too, bruh. Like,
visits with these crazy crowds following him. He has to have at least 4 security guards surrounding him like the president.
them niggas running,
dragged out by his limbs from ferocious people in the crowd. But what I noticed from when he does these tours in different countries is that it's no longer just some streamer guy who's filming his experience. It's become a thing where people are getting their intel on how a country is and how its people are by him being there. Because what other way do you get the raw input of a country more than someone walking around with a camera and just talking to random people fully live, going to random restaurants and events where a lot of people don't even know him and interacting with them? It's to the point where people are now dubbing him the guy that breaks the quote-unquote Western propaganda hold, showing people
facts
how a country actually is instead of whatever the they got fed from the news or their government. And we can see this more than ever now that he started his Africa tour. Speed started his Africa live stream tour on December 29th, and his plan is to visit 20 countries in 28 days. And immediately when he announced it, already started having a panic attack. Speed! Africa? Bro, be careful there, man. We can't.
Oh my god, those black people out there, they're savages, guys.
Lose you. You might
fucking moron.
Group or some Somalian pirates randomly. Deadass, you can go on Twitter on the post and see how many people were scared for him and hating on him going there. Which is crazy because
they're racist.
Every country he's went to has never gotten this much hate. And that's not even counting that it's
because it's a black country.
Before he even went. Like, you can't wait and then judge for yourself. And
it's funny because when he goes to a place like Russia or some shit, you know what I mean? Like, they don't complain, but or UK, but then when he goes to a predominantly like brown colored like country, all of a sudden they want to say all this racist ass shit. That's why they're doing it, bro. I'm gonna be honest, bro.
Seriously dumb enough to not research where the most dangerous countries are and is just going to every single place there? This should prove to anyone that in 2026, in the time where almost everyone in the world has access to all information online with the touch of a button, that propaganda will always stay locked in. These people actually believe every African country looks like an episode of National Geographic. They're gonna
because
touch down,
we know why.
out the airport and start having to manhandle a
One is because of lack of education. That's obviously one of them. I think that's actually the biggest thing. But also, you sprinkle that in with a little bit of racism.
line trying to eat them, having to fight some tribal men throwing spears at
Yeah, they're all tribal savages. Yeah, right.
from huts. And look,
Wow, like the Native Americans, right?
I'm obviously
We don't see a lot of those nowadays,
not
don't we?
saying every
Fucking
African
shut the
country
fuck
is
up.
perfect and has a stable government. If Speed took one step down in South Sudan, Somalia, or the Congo, we would be seeing Speed's face on a tombstone by now. But to generalize
Yeah.
the whole continent with 1.48 billion people on it is hilarious. You can go on YouTube and search up footage of these countries' cities and see how it looks.
Bro, like, you think that this isn't, and this is Africa, right? Like, you think this isn't Africa? But like,
It's not that hard. So far with his streams, they've been going good and everyone's been nice. People are even
of
coming
course,
up to him with
because most people on this fucking planet are good people.
custom art to give him as a gift for coming.
Oh, nice.
Bro, chat, he made this whole art piece. This whole art piece. Oh, you can feel it too.
Wow.
Art piece with this little hammer right
Yeah, I thought they were savages though. I thought they were savages though.
here.
This usually some they do after somebody dies in commemoration, but
Yeah.
they love this man so much they got him painted on street walls. Because to them, him coming and showing off their country and how normal it is
Look at the art.
means
It's so
much to
beautiful.
them. They already know how many people still think Africa is dirt huts and riding donkeys, so it's refreshing seeing someone as big
Because they're black. That's why they're saying all that. Because, you know.
as Speed to show it's not.
And that's
There
where
isn't
the
a single
propaganda
person
came
either
from,
that did something
racism.
Weird, like making fun of him for being a black American and not knowing his lineage. And with all this footage we've got so far, people have now started to compare this with his tour in Europe, which overall I would say was still pretty good and positive. But the amount of
What the fuck is that?
racism he faced wasn't
night and day.
You could say since he's in Africa, he technically can't face racism because it's the same people as him. But if you're African, you know exactly how serious them tribes move and get. If your ass identifies as the wrong tribe in a certain area, they will not take it too kindly. Racism is like the first layer of things, but when you peel it back, there's always something that ends up being the replacement. Shoot, look at America. People always forget that damn near every immigrant group was hated on when coming in, even if they were white. The Irish or the Italians or the Greeks.
If you were not a white European, you were considered inferior.
It doesn't just happen at the skin level. But it's all positive experiences for Speed, and no one bring up anything weird like that. Meanwhile, in Europe, there was random fans coming up to him, not even saying hi, and blatantly saying the N-word to him. Doing all types of weird racial stuff to try and get a reaction out of him.
Luke, Kniga.
Bro, stop playing with me, bro.
Thank you, Speed. Get on his ass.
Out the way, keep it here.
Nah, bro.
Imagine going to the grocery store, spending money on a banana just to throw it at your favorite streamer. And I don't care what anybody says, that shit is weird as f. You'll get people like, well, they don't know any better. The words don't mean much in their country. Or, aw, man.
It's like,
You can't take a joke and troll. Come on, man, you're such a snowflake. If they know it's bad enough to get a reaction out of him that's angry, then they should know it's a bad thing. I get confused seeing this because I would never go up to a random famous person vlogging here and say a slur.
that shit's gotta affect Speed in some way though. Like, even if he plays into it, like, which I don't like that shit. Don't do that, Speed, bro. Speed, don't do that. Don't do that. But like, bro, like the amount of like to the amount of disrespect you have, like after a while, it's gotta be like, oh damn, like these niggas actually think I'm a fucking monkey, bro. Like, You know what I mean? Like,
to get their attention.
I need to chill out with this
One
shit.
of the biggest creators on social media right now, touring your country and giving it exposure. The last thing you want to do is give a bad look for you and your people. There was also a lot of nice fans he met there, and I'm not saying it's everyone doing it there.
Oh yeah.
It's trying to happen in every country. Even in China, he was getting stuff thrown at him. It's so funny too because you'll have a group of racist people talk about how Africans have no civility in class. Meanwhile, this is the treatment Speed gets in Europe. The only country he got dragged by his hair out was in Europe. I can almost guarantee you a white person that travels to an African country won't even get 5% of what Speed got in his Europe streams. Anytime I see a vlogger that's white from America or the UK go to an African country, you always see the people welcoming, giving them gifts, teaching them their cultures and dances. I guarantee Speed felt some type of way leaving certain countries there because I know I would. Some people were even
he has to be affected by that. Like, it doesn't matter.
Worried on his trip because at times he looked depressed and like he didn't even want to be there. It's one thing trying to say jokes on the internet and get a rise out of somebody without being in person.
But like, he kind of did this to himself though. Like, let's be honest, bro. Like, he did this to himself. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, hey, at least he's seeing it as like, oh damn, like these niggas actually like, you know what I mean? Like they actually being hella racist to me. But it's like, when you play into that shit, bro, you know what I mean? You just make it worse. I feel like that's why he really calmed down a lot more now, because he realized, like, oh shit, like, I'm getting big, like, you know what I mean? They're gonna, you know, like...
It's another thing being in person.
Not saying that he's worried about how people think about it. He probably doesn't give a fuck. But I'm just saying, like, in terms of just, like the racist aspect of it, like
doing that same thing, like that's so degrading to feel like as a human. If I saw a bunch of these little kids making monkey noises at me, I'm gonna teach them what would happen in Chicago if they did it. Now we could talk about China, which happened some time ago. Honestly,
but the thing is, you got to give him props in that clip right there, because he didn't react to it. He didn't react. He didn't get mad. He just ignored it and just kept playing with the tennis ball, bro. That's what he just ignore them niggas, bro.
Even I was shocked at how much emotion he had there. I might have fell for the propaganda myself too, because I'd be forgetting they still know American content creators and watch them. I thought the great Chinese firewall was ironclad, but apparently a lot of people in China just watch YouTube by...
I mean, the Chinese government, they could easily probably implement shit, but they probably don't give a fuck either.
Turning on a
they
VPN.
don't care, bro.
And also, he got reposted so much while he was in China on Chinese social media that he became a celebrity in that short time he was there. And 3 days of being in China on Chinese TikTok, he
gave China a really good fucking PR, bro.
2.3 million followers. Some people there ain't even know him. They just took a pic with him because they saw everyone doing it. Restaurants there were advertising that Speed visited on posters, so
every time they see a black person now, they're gonna give him so much respect.
People would eat there.
Oh my god.
Streams, what broke the so-called Western propaganda, at least to my view, is the fact that America and other places are supposed to be seen as the most advanced technological places. And when Speed went to China, people saw how it wasn't even close. They not only...
Oh yeah, bro, we are behind, bro. China has literally surpassed us in like almost every way, including AI. Because our government is retarded and they're greedy and they're pieces of shit.
They have high-speed rail subway stations through damn near the whole country. But he could still stream in the subway with 5G Wi-Fi and had no connection loss.
Bro, I'd be losing connection out here and
the fact they got good Wi-Fi built up enough in the subway so he can stream in HD is already advanced as hell. And in almost every city in China, he showed that you get full 5G Wi-Fi for free. I'd be scared to connect to airport
for free,
let alone a city Wi-Fi.
Didn't Japan, was it Japan that created 10G internet, 10G speeds or some shit?
I feel like I'm gonna wake up one day
after
connecting to airport Wi-Fi and see a Mossad agent looking at me through some spyware. People also didn't know how good Chinese cities looked until Speed started showing them, which once again is literally one search on Google to see. But throughout his streams, he was showing drone footage of the biggest cities there, which do look insane.
Yeah.
This is crazy. Oh my god.
China really built up their infrastructure in such a short time. You gotta give them nigga props out there.
This is crazy.
Yeah, I know it's not perfect out there. It's just like compared to like us, like this shit look way better.
Show the whole city. Tell them switch back real quick.
I wish we focus on our infrastructure like
this. The wild
this.
thing about all this is because he was showing their cities on stream, he started to get accused of being a Chinese spy and operative trying to do propaganda for the country, to the point where his cameraman had to make a statement saying they've gotten $0 from the Chinese.
Bro, y'all do know China does not have to do anything, bro. China does not care about the US. China is not scared of the US as much as y'all think they are, bro. You know what I mean? Our country has never been more vulnerable than ever than today, bro.
government. It's not like
Like,
Speed went on his stream every day and was like, the empirical rule of Xi Jinping is the greatest, most amazing rule with zero corruption and there are no problems in this
no, there's problems in China, but like,
country. To the internet, if
Yeah.
he isn't a staunch critic of the Chinese government 24/7, then he might as well be a spy. You never see this criticism when someone from another country visits America. It's always the opposite way. Two things can be true at once. China has good technology and
Yep.
actually, you know, it
good transportation.
invests citizens' tax dollars into the people. And half
Yep.
that time,
Yeah, it's called it's called mixing, like, you know, capitalism with socialism. You know, something that our dumbass government can't do for some reason. It's always got to be for the billionaires. It don't make sense. I don't, you know, not everybody, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, bruh.
government corruption where the people can't do much to fight against it. The people there
Yeah.
also did the same thing, showed him love by giving him gifts for even coming. I feel like if he was being paid by the Chinese government as propaganda, the American government would have found out and exposed him for it by now. You don't think the CIA was already watching every move he was doing there? They probably had a custom task force assigned to Speed to see everything he was doing in China. People
Yep.
may not notice it, but creators have fully taken over how the public perception is on global issues. Before
Yeah.
it was just news channels, it was way worse because you got one perspective, which most of the time was biased. Also, the people at these news channels could be paid off too, and without
Yep.
social media, it was
And a lot of these news stations are owned by
way
billionaires
harder for the public to find out.
because billionaires run this fucking country,
way
and they're running it to the ground because they're
Those
morons.
minds used to change is big actors or musicians showing different places. MJ was the real master at this. It was a part of why he was so big. And nowadays, it may start off with something simple like Speed visiting Africa
You know what? I Show Speed might be the Michael Jackson of like streamers, of like the WL streamers.
or China and someone seeing something
Or either him or Kaisenat. But to be honest, bro, I think it's I Show Speed. I think he has a way bigger influence.
cool there, then that person doing their
Compared
own
to Kai.
research and deciding to visit after realizing it's not as bad as they were told. Anyways, that's gonna be all for now. Happy New Year, and let me know what type of propaganda
fuck is
y'all
that?
fall for. Follow me on Twitter and
Shit, I fell for propaganda, bruh. It happens to everybody, but what do y'all think in the down in the comments down below, bruh? But me personally, bro, I think Speed is just being himself, bro. He don't gotta get paid. He already got money. The government can't do nothing, bro. They can't stop him. And like, China doesn't have to do anything to like prove that they're better than us. They're already better than us, you fucking morons. Like, I don't, you know, or they're on track to surpassing us. They're the second richest country in the world, like right behind us, like they're about to surpass us any day, which is gonna happen. But it is what it is. But I don't know, man. Why can't we? I mean, I know Chinese government is corrupted, but like at least they, you know, we can have good infrastructure. They put money back to the people. Like, you get a thriving country when you put the tax dollars towards the people. You know, but when you lock the wealth gap between poor people and billionaires or trillionaires, you're not helping society. You're just worsening it, and you're just pissing off people more. You know what I mean? And you're putting your life at risk. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but I don't know, man. What do y'all think down in the comments down below, man? I mean, I think it's just getting mad. I'm just getting mad because like these countries are like, you know, are looking way better than what our government's saying, than what our people are saying, well, than what our president are saying. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. But I hope you have a good breakfast, a good dinner, good night, man. I love y'all, man. Peace.